What's going on, everybody? Welcome into day 2 of the Legendary Marketer Facebook Reels Challenge. I'm your host, Josh Smith, aka the Dadtrepreneur, and I am just beyond fired up for day 2 to deliver some incredible training for you all today. I've been seeing hundreds of comments pouring in over day 1 of the challenge. It's been incredible to see. Just the outpour of love and excitement from the community and people lifting each other up and smashing through limiting beliefs left and right has just been incredible. Like, for example, we've got Hema from South Africa says, I do have a bed full of excuses, but I'm in. I want to do this together with you all. I'm doing this. Scroll down a little bit further and we've got Larry. He said, this is what I needed to get my creative juices bubbling again. Man, we've got so many people. Carlos, I was scared, but I posted anyway. Sorry, my English is bad, but I need to change in my life. Thanks to everybody. Like, look, it's amazing what happens when we come together and we partner in this type of stuff. Like, it's just unbelievable. People smashing through limiting beliefs, dropping their excuses at the door, and just taking massive action. And again, I'm so fired up. I'm excited to deliver day 2 of this training. If I had a hat right now, like Dave, okay, I would be slamming it on the floor. I got my hat. Like, I am fired up. We are 2 slams, okay? We are changing lives. 2 slams for day 2. Let's get into this training right now. I know yesterday was a little bit of hype and excitement and anticipation building and just getting you to get the quick and dirty stuff done. But today we're going to dive right into this, and I'm going to show you how to create ultra viral content that grabs people's attention. We're going to get into it. So let's go here. Slide 2. But before we get into today's training, okay, I just want to do a couple of housekeeping things real quick and things I've been seeing inside of the group and some common questions. Whew, I'm out of breath, man. I'm out of breath. We are fired up. So if you are an affiliate, stop posting your affiliate links directly on Facebook, okay? Yesterday I mentioned the power of Facebook Reels and how you can post your links directly on your post. What that meant was your websites, okay? And if you're not sure what I mean, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but dive back into your training. You do need to learn how to set up your website or your funnel so you're not out there posting affiliate links directly on social media. This is a big time no-no. I've seen a few people doing it and I've reached out to them directly to let them know already to change that. So go ahead, if you've done that already, go edit those posts right now before you get in trouble. You want your actual website, your domain link, your landing page, whatever it is that you are using, you want that, not your affiliate links, okay? And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna reiterate this point. Use your personal profile, okay? We're getting a lot of questions still, personal or business. I'm kind of scared to do the personal profile, okay? Trust us on this one. We have seen it over and over and over again. The people who are crushing it right now on Facebook Reels are the ones using a personal profile. So do that. And you're also going to want to make sure your profile is set to public, okay? Go into your settings. I'm not going to walk you through doing that right now, but just go into your settings, play around with them, see what you need to turn public. There's a lot of people who are friends only. Well, yeah, you can reach your friends, right? But the whole point of doing this is to generate more leads and sales for your online business. You don't just want to be selling to friends. If that's what you're going to do, go join an MLM, okay? Like, that's just the reality of the situation. If you want to have success on Facebook, you have to put yourself out there. You have to set your profile to public, okay? So then just some of the basic rules. If you're brand new today, you missed day 1, you're joining us today, that's totally cool. We're glad you're here anyway. You're going to post twice today, just like you did yesterday. If you want to amp it up to 3, okay, that's what I did. That's what I had success with. I was up to 3 times a day pretty consistently in the beginning on Facebook Reels, okay? And then drop your posts in the Facebook group again so that we can all celebrate with you. And one more thing is, if you are currently participating in the Legendary 15-Day Challenge, that is separate from this Facebook Reels challenge, okay? continue with that training. Do not stop that training and think that this one is going to be the end all be all, because this training goes specifically what you learn about starting an online business in that 15-day challenge. So if you're in it, don't stop, keep pushing, finish that training all the way through, okay? So now we got the housekeeping in the excitement out of the way, man. Okay, let's dive into. See, you don't got to be perfect at this, guys. Okay, this is real. This is unedited. This is raw. I'm trying to turn myself off so my face isn't in here anymore, but apparently it won't let me do that mid presentation, but that's okay. So let's dive right into it. You're gonna get my face here. So like it or love it, you're gonna get it. The number one skill that you should be developing right now, okay? And I'm gonna stop you before you say it. Don't give me all that. I want Facebook Reels training. Why is he about to talk about copy? Because the copy is what drives the Facebook Reels and gets you leads, okay? The number one skill you should be developing, whether you're an affiliate, whether you're a gym owner, whether you're a car salesperson who's bringing their business online, whatever the industry is, whatever niche you are in, the number one skill you can be developing right now is copywriting, okay? So understand this takes a little bit of commitment. What I want everybody to do right now is to make that commitment mentally and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to begin learning copywriting and I'm going to start practicing it every single day, because your copy, I'm telling you right now, you can do whatever you want on Facebook Reels. It could be the hottest opportunity of the century, which I truly think it is. But if your copy is bad, your content just is not going to perform, okay? So everybody wants to know the big secret, okay? The big secret. Everyone wants a secret. This is the secret. Develop your darn copy, okay? Now, sure, I'm gonna share with you a whole bunch of other golden nuggets and tips and tricks and secrets, if you will, okay? So don't think this is just gonna be like, a boring copy thing. We're gonna share with you some super value right now, okay? But understand the number one skill you need to be developing is copy, because it drives everything in your online business, okay? And if you get this right, look, let me smash some more limiting beliefs for some people right now, okay? A lot of you haven't started yet, even on day one, because you're afraid to speak on camera. Guess what? If you learn copywriting, you don't ever have to speak, okay? You literally don't have to speak words. Understand, I went over 100 posts and grew almost 300,000 followers before the first time I ever spoke a word in my content on Facebook Reels. Now I have over 200 posts, and I think I still only have 1 or 2 posts where I'm speaking words, okay? So understand, copy is so key, okay? I've had 2 moments in my journey that I can really define as transformational moments during my online business, okay? And the first one is when I made the commitment to start emailing my list daily, okay? That blew up my business in a very short amount of time, okay? And I was even lucky enough to go to to present at a virtual mastermind for Legendary Marketer on email marketing, because it was so effective and it was so powerful, okay? And what is email marketing? It is all copy, okay? And then the second thing that was truly another defining transformational moment in my online business was when I committed to actually improving my content skills, okay? When I kind of stopped just modeling after everybody else. Sure, that's a great way to get started. It's a good way to get your feet wet and to start getting content out there. But the moment I decided to truly just start being myself and really focus on my copy and how I can get better as a copywriter, that's when my content really started to perform well. And it was just kind of when opportunity met preparation, okay? I was prepared with my copy because I had been practicing it on TikTok videos, okay? And so I was ready. As soon as that Facebook Reels, as soon as I realized there was an opportunity there, it's like, boom, I'm taking my new copy style, my new content strategy, and boom, I'm putting it on Facebook Reels. And sure enough, everything I've put out over the last 2.5 months has turned to gold, okay? So copy, okay? And understand, I'm gonna share something with you real quick. Man, I am terrible at this presenting thing. This is great. So I'm gonna share with you something real quick, okay? Understand, when you are writing copy, a lot of the stuff that you're going to be saying is going to be repetitive. It's going to be redundant. It's going to be over and over and over again. But here's something so powerful. And I didn't run this by Dave or Matt or the team at Legendary first, so I apologize, guys, but I think your community needs to hear this. I was lucky enough to speak in person at the last in-person mastermind in May of 2022. And one of the other speakers there, her name is Andrea De La Flor. I think I'm probably butchering that, but her name, Andrea. Yeah, Andrea. Okay. Anyway, she was the other presenter there. Okay. This girl from Peru, absolute powerhouse. Okay. Has struggles with English, but you know what? She's not speaking on camera. Okay. She said something there that was so powerful and so profound to me at that moment. And it goes right along with this. And I know you all weren't at the mastermind, but you're going to hear this anyway. She said that she had been saying the exact same thing for 13 months. Okay. Andrea is a 2x platinum now inside of the Legendary Marketer system. Okay. Those of you that are familiar with the community, you know what that means. Okay. That is in no way, shape, or form an income claim, but she is absolutely crushing it. And she said she has been saying the exact same thing over and over again for 13 months. Think about it. This is how simple this can be. When you figure out a content strategy, a content idea that works for you, start getting creative and think of new ways to communicate the same message over and over and over again. Because if it works, it's going to keep working. Okay. So there's a little pro tip, insider information that Dave and Matt might get mad at me for, but you're getting it anyway. So here we go. Okay. So enough of the copy, enough of what you should be doing. Okay. Let's get into this a little bit more. Okay. Here is how you're going to utilize the copy, okay, in the style of post that you need to be doing on Facebook Reels right now, okay? This is literally the only Facebook Reels style of post that you will ever need, okay? This is the tip or the moment you all have been waiting for, okay? This is my real secret sauce behind creating viral content on Facebook, okay? And again, understand, it's all about copy, but this is the style of copy. This is the one that people are reaching out to me like, what's your real secret, man? What's your real secret, okay? You want a secret? This is it, okay? This is literally the only type of post you'll ever need, and it's called the polarizing post, or at least that's what I call it, okay? And let's start by defining what polarity is, okay? It's the state of having two opposite or contradictory tendencies, opinions, or aspects, okay? So now, what you are doing when you create polarizing posts, okay? Think about it on the spectrum, okay? You've got side A and side B, okay? And there's a spectrum with all this stuff in between. Polarizing means you are either on side A, full go all the way as far as A can go, or you are on side B, full go as far as side B can go, okay? There's no middle ground. There's no wishy-washiness, okay? You are taking a stance on something in a strong stance and a strong opinion, okay? So understand, before we dive into this any further, okay, I do want to put this out here. When you are creating content, okay, understand, the traditional rules of creating content and creating copy still apply. Even when you are being polarizing, it's slightly controversial, okay? But understand the traditional rules, like Dave and the team talk about all the time, being authentic, okay? Sharing your results, not faking results, not sharing other people's results, okay? The traditional rules still apply. You have to be authentic. You have to be yourself, and you can absolutely, under no circumstances, be claiming somebody else's results as your own, okay? So understand that first and foremost. But then next, I put this little troll meme here because everybody's familiar with this face, okay? Everybody knows it's the troll thing, okay? Be prepared. When you start creating polarizing content, you are inviting the trolls and the haters to come out and start interacting with you, okay? So I'm preparing you ahead of time. If you take my advice, if you go out there and you figure out how to become polarizing and you take the rest of this training that I'm about to present and you put it into action, okay? Understand the haters are gonna come out in full force. They're gonna show up quick and they're gonna show up in in droves. Okay, so understand that. And a tip real quick for you all to deal with that: avoid those comments. If you see them, you start reading them, don't delete them. Okay, don't delete them, and I'll tell you why later in this training. Okay, don't delete them. Just move on. Don't respond to them. Don't fire back. Okay, but if you got something bubbling up inside and you really want to fire back, don't do it on that post. Don't do it personal towards that person. But here's a pro tip to help you with your content and to be even more polarizing with your content. Okay, use the trolls and the haters and their limiting belief systems to create more content addressing those limiting beliefs, okay? Because if there's one troll or one group of haters that come out and they have these limiting beliefs that are against what you're saying, that means there's hundreds, thousands, millions more just like it, okay? But for every person over here on side B, you've got millions on side A too who are coming ready to fight and defend for you on your behalf, okay? So use the haters' limiting belief systems against them. Again, don't be personal. Don't call out any names specifically or reference comments specifically, but use them to fuel your content creation after you see those comments, okay? So there's some tips on that, but let's go into how you are going to create this polarizing style of content, okay? So understand, we're going to be creating polarizing content. Here's how you do it. Again, you're taking a stance, okay? This means you have to stop being passive. And I know this is going to scare a lot of people, okay? So understand, you're not going to be wishy-washy. You're not going to be, understanding of this side and then, but I'm over here, but it's okay if you're over there. Yeah, that's all true, okay? But that's not how you're creating your content, okay? You are going to have to take a stance in what you truly believe on one side or the other, okay? You need to be completely on one side, not in the middle, okay? And here's my formula for the MMO niche, the make money online niche, but it actually works for every single niche out there, okay? Here's my formula, and it's so simple, guys. All I am doing is challenging traditional values and traditional beliefs. Think about it. If you're going through your 15-day challenge or you've been through it, you hear Dave talk about this stuff all the time, okay? If you've ever seen his ads, you've been lied to, okay? And it's so true. For years, for generations, and especially if you're entrepreneur focused, you're going to understand this, that a lot of the stuff in our society today is really broken systems, okay? So here's some examples, like trusting banks, the education system, your safe 9-to-5, okay? Your 401k or your savings account, which is actually costing you money, okay? The retirement system, pension funds, things like that. All of this stuff that used to be good in the past, or these traditional values, they serve their purpose maybe back in the day, but right now, most of them genuinely don't serve much of a purpose, okay? And if you're an entrepreneur, you really understand this, or at least you're starting to get exposed to it, and it rubs a lot of people the wrong way when you talk about this type of stuff, okay? So this is my formula. It's that simple. These are the main 5 or 6 things that I'm talking about over and over and over again, and I'm challenging them, okay? Like one of my best performing pieces of content on Facebook Reels, like I talked about how, you haven't started the side hustle yet, and now your 401k has turned into a box of Special K, okay? Like go ahead and start the side hustle at the training in my profile, or something like that. I don't remember what it was exactly, but like that pissed a lot of people off. There was a lot of, you know what? I learned something about a 401k that I didn't even know. That's how much the haters come out, okay? And what happens is you get these people telling you how you're an idiot and the 401k was never meant for retirement in the first place, or here's a history lesson on the 401k, and they write freaking novels and paragraphs like telling you why you're an idiot. But guess what? While they're sitting there typing away, being Trolly McTrollerson, telling you how, you're an idiot and that they're so smart and why would I ever trust you because you're a moron and I'm smarter than you already, like your video is looping in the background. And the Facebook algorithm is like, oh my gosh, this thing just got played 17 times in a row by one person. Oh, let's share it with more people. They share it with more people. Another hater comes in, it gets played 17 times again while they're typing their novel. And then guess what happens? People on your side who are also entrepreneurs minded, entrepreneur focused, your ideal audience, if you're in that niche, they come out and they start defending you, okay? And now they're arguing back and forth with these people, telling them why they're idiots, supporting you, giving you love, showing up for you and fighting your battle for you. And guess what? That video is just looping in the background over and over and over again, okay? So understand, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, and on the next slide, I'm going to explain that concept a little bit more, but this is how we create polarizing content and copy, okay? We literally just take a stance against the traditional values. And you know what? This works best if you truly believe it, okay? So if you think, the safe 9-to-5 route, if you think that's a good thing, then maybe you just need to question your own self a little bit and say, hey, maybe I need to be in a different niche, okay? Maybe the MMO niche isn't for me, or the online business niche isn't for me. Maybe I need to be in a different niche, okay? So really say things that you truly believe in, and it makes it much, much easier, okay? And again, understand this works for any niche or any industry, okay? And just like some quick examples, if you're like a fitness coach or a health and wellness type of person or a weight loss person, okay? This works perfect in that industry as well, right? Because there's all these things that people, all these limiting beliefs or traditional values that, aren't necessarily true that people believe. Like, for example, believing your entire life that like low fat foods were healthy. Like the government for decades has been labeling everything in stores, oh, low fat or no fat, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? It's loaded with sugar and it's loaded with other things. And people are wondering why they're still 30 pounds overweight when all they do is eat low or no fat food. Okay. So understand that's an example. Or, thinking that you need to work out 6 or 7 days a week to get in shape. Or spending countless long hours at the gym to get in shape, okay? All that stuff is like traditional things that fitness gurus and people will tell you, and a lot of it just frankly isn't true, or at least there's a whole movement of people fighting against that, okay? So there are some examples for a different niche that can apply to as well. So here's why this works so well, okay? Here's why polarizing crushes it on Facebook every single time. And I'm not going to claim to be an algorithm guru, because at the end of the day, anyone who tells you they fully understand an algorithm or know the algorithm, most likely they're trying to sell you something like Facebook Reels training or to be your social media manager or something. Because let's be honest, nobody knows the algorithms. Because if they did 100% to a T, Facebook would be out of business, okay? These social media platforms would be out of business. There would be people who come in and just dominate on advertising and make millions and millions and millions and just blow everybody else out of the water, okay? Now, there are people like myself who figure out things that have worked for me, who pay attention to trends and see what's working for other people, okay? So we understand the algorithm. Now, do I know it to a T that says like the algorithm in zeros and ones and code says that if you do polarizing content, we're just going to push it? Like, no, I don't know that for a fact. But you know what? I have over 200 posts on Facebook Reels now, and I've grown to almost 600,000 followers in 2.5 months. Okay. So I think I understand it enough to at least be speaking on it like this and show you what's been working with me. Okay. And this is why, again, why the polarizing style works on Facebook, okay? Because you're simply giving Facebook what it wants. Anybody who's spent any time on Facebook over the last decade and a half, almost 20 years now since Facebook has been around, okay? Understand, Facebook is trying to show you content that triggers you, okay? And again, I don't know that for a fact, but if you've been paying any attention, just go next time you scroll on Facebook and see how much stuff you run into that's positive or uplifting, okay? I'm gonna guess, and I'd be willing to wager a little bit saying that you're gonna run into more content that either goes directly against something you believe or kind of triggers you, makes your blood boil down inside a little bit, okay? So again, the Facebook, just give Facebook what it wants. It wants controversy. It wants people arguing back and forth. It's going to share content that's going to get shared by more people and get shown to more people and cause more people to spend more time on their platform. Because at the end of the day, that's all these social media platforms want. They want people to spend time on their platform, okay? So understand one of the best ways that you can be polarizing, again, I touched on this before a little bit, is by being yourself. Talk about things that you really believe in, okay? And Facebook is the perfect opportunity. If you've been one of these creators that has solely just copied viral content from other people over and over and over again, yeah, that might have worked on other platforms, but you know what? It's not working on Facebook Reels. The people who are blowing up, the people who are growing the fastest on Facebook Reels are the ones that are being themselves. This is the best opportunity to let your goofy side, your energetic side come out, because again, when you're being goofy, like how many of you are familiar, with this? Have seen my post with this stupid antique coffee grinder. It's not stupid. My wife got it for me. It's going to be a decoration up here. Or the other coffee grinder with me going back and forth like that, just being goofy, being who I am, okay? What happens is, again, those haters show up and like, why did I trust a guy who's spinning a coffee grinder and has that dumb look on his face? That's what happens, okay? And then it gets shared with more people because the haters are like, oh my gosh, I'm going to share this with my hater friends so we can all make fun of this guy together. And I'm sitting here like, yeah, keep sharing it. Because for every time you share that with one of your hater friends, Facebook is showing this to 10 more people who are my ideal customer, who are my ideal audience, okay? So understand, that's how this works. Facebook encourages the arguing back and forth, but understand they encourage it as long as it's not you. It's not the creator. It's not you doing it. And by being polarizing, you take a stance, people come argue, and then other people show up to fight your battle for you, okay? So understand you do not have to argue, and do not argue, because if you argue too much and you're negative towards people, eventually Facebook will pick that up and your traffic will start to go like this, okay? So a perfect example of this that isn't me either, how many of you are familiar with Bob Hosek, okay? He's another one, he's crushing it right now in the same space as me. And if you are a legendary affiliate, you are familiar with his name, okay? He's at the top of the leaderboards every single day right now. And again, it's his best post ever. I'm a student, okay? I want to learn. I'm crushing it right now, but I'm still learning. I want to know what's working, what's not working, figure this stuff out, okay? In Bob, his best post ever, I think it's over like 13 million views now. Okay, it's got a bass drop and like a dance going on in it. And first of all, Bob is, he's like a 60-something-year-old, white guy that's got zero rhythm, okay? And I can be comfortable saying that because I'm a 30-something-year-old white guy with zero rhythm, okay? So, he's got no rhythm. He's way off tempo. His dance is he looks so silly doing it, okay? And then the bass drop, the big moment in the entire video where there's a transition, he's like, I can't remember if it's early or late, but he's like a full second early or late. And he's like pointing to this thing and it doesn't come anywhere. And then all of a sudden it pops on the screen and then he goes like dancing again. And the comment section just blows up. Like, please, for the sake of everybody, stop dancing, blah, blah, blah. But Bob's just sitting there laughing away because all these people telling him not to dance. The rest of the other comments are on there. Oh my gosh, how do I get started? Where do I go to get started? Tell me more information. I'm so excited about this, okay? So Bob was himself, he wasn't trying to be something that he wasn't. He's off rhythm, he's off tempo, okay? And it just worked because that's the stuff Facebook loves, okay? So let me get my mouse back up here. And here we go. So my challenge to you all today is this, okay? On top of what you're going to do, obviously you're going to post your 2 posts today because that's part of that Facebook Reels challenge. But I want to encourage every single one of you, whether you're brand new, you've been doing this for a year, 2 years, decades, whatever it is. I want to challenge each and every one of you to take a few minutes today and just before you make your 2 posts, okay? Think about some really common things or false or limiting beliefs, okay, that you held before starting your online business, or that maybe you even still struggle with that you're trying to break free from, okay? Maybe you know that they're limiting beliefs, and you just haven't been able to break free from them yet, okay? Think about some of these things, okay? Like, and really dive deep inside yourself and be like, okay, what are some of these things? What are some of the things that I broke free from? Okay. Think about those. Okay. And then think about how you can communicate those beliefs that held you back. Okay. And more importantly, how breaking free from those, from smashing those limiting beliefs, has propelled your life forward. Okay. It's so powerful when you can learn in your content, in your copy, to communicate a message about those limiting beliefs. You take a strong stance against those limiting beliefs, a polarizing stance against those limiting beliefs, okay? And then you tell and you share people almost your testimony of how you broke through those limiting beliefs and it propelled you forward, okay? So there you go. And then once you take some time and you do that and you really think about it, now your creative juices are flowing. Now you're focusing on creating real good quality content and copy that's actually going to work on the Facebook platform, okay? And then you're gonna go out there and you're gonna take a stance and you're gonna get your 2 posts in and you're gonna share it down in the group. Again, you're gonna share in the Facebook group the link to those 2 posts, and we're gonna celebrate with you. We're gonna lift each other up and we're gonna just keep crushing it during this challenge, okay? It's only day 2. Who knows what's going to happen next? I know I'm only supposed to go like 10 or 15 minutes with this. And I think we're approaching like 30 something right now. It's just too much value, too much to not share about this concept. I know it's a little bit longer, but hey, I hope you all took some golden nuggets today. I'll catch you down in the Facebook group and I'll see you tomorrow for day 3. I'm out.